everyone, it's great to see you. Today we are going to be planting living stone plants. These are called lithops. I had never even heard of lithops before, and Dan decided that they looked really interesting online and he would order some. So we are trying something new and we're going to see if we can grow lithops. When he ordered them, they were shipped to us. These little containers came. In here are the lithops, and they sent some pumice stone that's broken up, and they said to get a planter of regular potting soil and mix it 50% with a little crushed stone, 50% with the potting soil. I ended up going and just buying the cactus potting soil, which has a lot of those elements in it to already keep it dry so I can have a bigger planter. I chose a planter that has drainage in the bottom. Lithops are a relative of a succulent, type of succulent, so they don't need a lot of water at all, and they don't even really look like a plant. So let me take these out. This is fascinating. The order came with already grown lithops. So here's one. They look like they have little bitty brains on the top. They are so cute, and they have a little root system. So they said, put your soil mixture in, make sure you have a planter with good drainage in the bottom, and then poke some holes. You don't want to bend the roots at all when you plant them. So I'm going to poke the holes. I don't know how many are in here, so we're just going to poke a lot of holes and make sure that they're deep enough for the roots. Okay, we look good. And then you're supposed to plant them so that half of the plant part is sticking out the top. So that is what I'm going to do. They're all very carefully wrapped in paper towel. Oh, there's a ton of them. They're so adorable. Now, lithops, these living stone plants, they camouflage so that things don't eat them. That's why they look like they are actually living stones. This one has a very long root. There we go. And once a year, they bloom. So we'll put a close-up up on the screen, but you can see it looks like there's two little halves on the top. And right in the middle, it breaks apart, and apparently it sends out a flower. And once a year, they also replace their roots, and these are considered leaves. They don't really look like leaves, but those are their leaves.
I'm gonna come closer.
Perfect. So the lithops have different patterns on them. All lithops are sort of stone colors, hence the living stone for that camouflage. So you'll see browns, grays. They do get some, like there's one in here that's a little reddish. But if you see any really wild ones online, probably that's been photoshopped. They do look like natural stones. So I'm going to continue just putting these in. I just love this. They're so tiny. So I initially dampened the soil a little bit. Now I'm not supposed to water these for 5 to 7 days. And then after that, you're gonna water them like you would a succulent. You can keep it moist, but they do tend to rot if they have too much moisture or if you're not keeping them in enough sunlight. So you want a lot of sun, a little bit of moisture. Oh, this is a big one. Okay. So I'm going to pack them up because half, remember, is supposed to be under the soil. Okay. Let me just rinse my hands off. I love the patterns that they make. They look really pretty. I have my 10 lithops planted. This order, not only did they send 10 living lithop plants, they also sent lithop seeds. These are minuscule, literally like dust. So I thought that this was pumice to mix in with soil, but it's not. According to the directions, this is their seed mix that you're supposed to plant the seeds in. So it says to take the lid off. Okay. It says to take a pipette that they included, which was good because I don't have these laying around, and to moisten the soil a little bit. So I'm doing that. And this really looks like crushed little rocks. I wouldn't call this soil, but I guess for lithops, this is what they need. Hope that's wet enough. So it says to find the seed tube and to tap it and plant them 0.2 inches apart, which I think we're just going to be lucky to shake them in and have any take, but I'm going to try. It says do not bury the seeds. They're so tiny, I didn't even see them fall out, but they're not in here, so they must be in there somewhere. So not to cover it, it says mist the soil one more time. I don't have a mister. We're just going to give it a little. It says to cover the container with a plastic lid. It says to keep the soil moist while they germinate. And it takes about 2 to 3 weeks, it says, to germinate. And these, although the living ones that are sprouted like more direct sun, they said for the germinating seeds, indirect, filtered light. They don't want to get too hot. They want them between 65 and 75 degrees, and that actually, if it gets too hot, it will kill the seeds. So 2 to 3 weeks, once the germination rate is to 60 to 70%, you can take the lid off and keep them under filtered sunlight and gradually add sunlight. So just like we sort of harden our plants that have been grown by seeds by moving them out into cooler temperatures outside, we're gonna up the sunlight as they grow. It says just to really be careful not to overwater them. Really wait until the top 1/4 inch of your dirt is really dry before watering. So I think this is so fascinating. It says after 3 months in here, then they can be transplanted into a regular planter. So this will take me through the winter here watching the lithops. Now, once they get on their regular cycle of flowering and putting out new leaves, in general, it sounds like they flower in fall. But I don't know if these will be in their regular cycle yet, having been shipped here. The lithops are native to South Africa, so they are used to, you know, that desert climate more. But it's just so cool that things make it so that we are able to have these in our own house now and experience different types of plants. So here are the baby lithops, and I'll put them in a sunny place, and I'll keep you posted, especially if they flower. It looked like online the flowers were really pretty yellow flowers, so I really hope these make it. If not, we'll have to order some more and try it again. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hi everyone, if you could just take a moment to please subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. I'm hoping to reach 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal here, and I need every one of you who has been watching my videos to subscribe. It would really, really help me. I'm having a great time making these, and I appreciate you watching.